Self-Discipline: How to Conquer Yourself and Achieve Anything, written and published by Stoic Ranger. Introduction. Imagine a life where you never have to chase success again because it comes to you effortlessly, where every goal you set isn't just a distant dream, but a reality that materializes before your eyes. What if I told you that the key to unlocking this power lies not in your talents, luck, or circumstances, but in one simple, unstoppable force: discipline. Discipline isn't just a habit, it's a mindset. It's the daily practice of mastering your own thoughts, actions, and desires. It is the force that turns dreams into reality and transforms ordinary lives into extraordinary stories of achievement. The ancient philosopher Aristotle once said, "We are what we repeatedly do." Excellence, then, is not an act, but a habit, and it is discipline that builds the habits of excellence. In the next few minutes, we'll uncover how discipline can reshape your life, elevate your mindset, and make you unstoppable. You'll learn how to conquer your weaknesses, break through limitations, and achieve anything you desire. The question is, are you ready to conquer yourself and unleash your true potential? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The True Meaning of Discipline. Discipline is not just about following rules or doing what you're told. It's not about forcing yourself to act in a certain way or pushing through pain just because someone else said you should. True discipline is deeper than that. It's about mastering your own mind and emotions and gaining control over your urges and impulses. It means learning to make decisions that align with your long-term goals, values, and dreams, instead of giving in to short-term temptations or distractions. At its core, discipline is the practice of staying committed to your vision, no matter what. It's understanding that success doesn't come by chance or through luck. It doesn't depend on external circumstances, but on the consistent effort you put in day after day. When you develop discipline, you are taking intentional, focused actions that move you closer to your goals. Every small decision, every habit you form, every bit of effort you put forth builds the foundation for your success. In this chapter, we're going to redefine what discipline really means. We'll move beyond the idea of simply following rules or checking off tasks, and explore how true discipline is about aligning your actions with your purpose. It's not about being perfect, but about making progress every day. Discipline is the key that unlocks your potential and allows you to achieve the things that matter most in your life. Discipline is a mindset. It's about choosing to act even when you don't feel like it. It's about building habits that support your growth and rejecting habits that hold you back. The more you practice discipline, the easier it becomes to make choices that benefit your future. It's not about motivation, but about showing up for yourself and doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel in the moment. True discipline means being patient with the process and trusting that your hard work will eventually pay off. It requires consistency, commitment, and the ability to stay focused on your goals despite setbacks. By developing discipline, you empower yourself to live a life that reflects your true values, creating a strong foundation for lasting success. Discipline is also about self-awareness. The more aware you become of your thoughts, feelings, and actions, the better equipped you are to make disciplined choices. It requires you to take responsibility for your actions, rather than blaming others or making excuses. The key is understanding that you have the power to change and grow, and that starts with controlling yourself first. As you practice discipline, you begin to see the results in all areas of your life: your career, relationships, health, and personal growth. Discipline is the quiet force that drives you toward your goals even when the path gets tough. With discipline, you not only achieve success, but you also become the best version of yourself. Chapter 2. The Inner Battle, Conquering Yourself. Every day we face an inner battle. It's the fight between who we are right now and who we want to become. This battle is not against others, but against our own impulses, fears, and doubts. We constantly wrestle with the urge to procrastinate, to avoid discomfort, or to give in to temptation. But the difference between those who succeed and those who struggle lies in the ability to conquer oneself. Discipline begins with self-awareness, recognizing that these inner conflicts are normal, but also acknowledging that they are the very obstacles that stand between you and your goals. You must learn to rise above the voice that tells you to quit or take the easy way out. The key is not to suppress your feelings or desires, but to make a conscious decision to act in a way that aligns with your long-term vision, not your fleeting emotions. The first step in conquering yourself is to develop an understanding of your own habits and thought patterns. Are you prone to procrastinate? Do you avoid hard work when things get tough? Are you easily distracted? Once you identify these tendencies, you can take proactive steps to address them. By becoming aware of your weaknesses, you can develop strategies to overcome them. This is the foundation of self-mastery. But awareness alone is not enough. You must also cultivate the strength to push past those moments when you want to quit. Self-discipline is not about never feeling the urge to give up. It's about recognizing that urge and choosing to act anyway. It's about pushing through the discomfort and taking small steps each day, even when it feels hard. The power to conquer yourself comes from making the decision, over and over again, to choose your long-term goals over short-term satisfaction. One of the most powerful tools in this battle is the ability to reframe your mindset. Instead of viewing challenges as roadblocks, you can start to see them as opportunities for growth. Every time you resist temptation, push through discomfort, or stick to a commitment, you are strengthening your self-discipline. You are building resilience, and with each small victory, you are conquering the person you used to be and stepping into the person you are becoming. Conquering yourself also means letting go of self-criticism and negative self-talk. Instead of focusing on your flaws or mistakes, practice self-compassion and recognize your progress. Remember that growth is a journey, and every step forward, no matter how small, is a victory. Discipline is not about perfection, it's about progress. The more you practice, the easier it becomes to stay on track and overcome the internal battles that arise. Conquering yourself is about taking responsibility for your actions and decisions. It's about understanding that you have the power to control your response to life's challenges. By learning to master your thoughts, emotions, and actions, you create a life that reflects your deepest desires and ambitions. The real battle is within you, and by winning that battle, you unlock the door to success and fulfillment. Chapter 3. Mastering the Art of Self-Control. Self-control is one of the most powerful tools you can develop in your journey to discipline. It's the ability to resist the urge to give in to short-term pleasures and distractions in favor of long-term goals and growth. In a world full of distractions, where instant gratification is just a click away, learning to master self-control is essential for success. Self-control is not about suppressing your desires, it's about choosing to prioritize what truly matters over fleeting temptations. It's about understanding that real fulfillment comes not from satisfying every impulse, but from working towards something meaningful, something that aligns with your values and vision for your future. One of the most common challenges to self-control is the temptation of easy rewards. Whether it's social media, junk food, or other distractions, these things pull us away from our goals, often without us even realizing it. But every time you give in to these distractions, you move further away from your true desires. Mastering self-control requires you to make intentional choices that keep you aligned with your goals, even when it feels uncomfortable. A key to developing self-control is delayed gratification, the ability to resist immediate pleasure in order to achieve something greater later. It's about trusting the process, knowing that the effort you put in today will lead to bigger rewards tomorrow. Every time you choose discipline over temptation, you're strengthening your ability to delay gratification and building a foundation for greater success. Self-control also requires awareness of your triggers. What situations, environments, or emotions cause you to lose focus or give in to temptation? By identifying these triggers, you can take proactive steps to avoid or manage them. This could mean setting clear boundaries, changing your environment, or practicing mindfulness to stay present and in control of your decisions. One powerful strategy to improve self-control is the practice of habit stacking. This involves pairing a new, disciplined habit with something you already do automatically. For example, if you want to start exercising more, you might stack it with a habit like brushing your teeth. After brushing your teeth, you do your workout. By linking positive behaviors together, you make self-control easier and more automatic. Another crucial aspect of self-control is self-reflection. After a day of disciplined effort, take a moment to reflect on your actions. What did you do well? Where did you struggle? Self-reflection allows you to learn from both your successes and setbacks, making it easier to improve over time. It's not about being hard on yourself when you slip up, but about understanding that mistakes are part of the journey and using them as opportunities to grow stronger. Building self-control isn't an overnight process. It takes time, patience, and consistent effort. But every time you practice self-control, you develop a little more strength, a little more willpower, and a little more ability to align your actions with your goals. As you grow in self-control, you'll find that you're able to make decisions more easily, stay focused on what matters, and ultimately achieve the success you desire. Remember, self-control isn't about being perfect. It's about making the conscious decision to act in a way that supports your highest potential. The more you practice, the easier it becomes, and the more unstoppable you will feel. Chapter 4. The Power of Consistency. Consistency is the backbone of success. It's not the big, flashy efforts that lead to lasting achievement, but the small, repeated actions that add up over time. It's easy to get motivated and make a big push toward a goal in the beginning. But true success comes from showing up every day, even when motivation fades or challenges arise. Consistency is about developing habits that align with your goals, no matter how difficult or mundane they may seem. It's understanding that progress doesn't always come from making dramatic changes, but from taking consistent, incremental steps that build momentum. Over time, these small efforts compound, creating results that seem almost effortless, because the real work has already been done. One of the most powerful aspects of consistency is its ability to create momentum. When you show up every day, even in the face of difficulty or doubt, you build confidence in your ability to follow through. Each action you take reaffirms your commitment to your goals, making it easier to keep going even when you face setbacks. Momentum is a game changer, and consistency is the key to unlocking it. Consistency also breeds discipline. It's through regular, focused effort that we learn to stay on track, even when things aren't going as planned. If you're only consistent when you feel like it, you'll never see lasting results. But if you commit to showing up every day, whether or not you feel motivated, you develop a deep well of discipline that drives you forward, no matter what. It's important to understand that consistency doesn't mean perfection. It's not about doing everything right or always feeling on top of your game. Instead, Consistency is about showing up, even when it's hard, even when you don't feel like it. It's about making the decision to take action, day in and day out, regardless of your mood or circumstances. Over time, this builds the foundation for long-term success. A powerful tool for cultivating consistency is habit building. Habits are the daily routines that automatically drive us toward our goals. The more positive habits you build, the less you'll have to rely on willpower or motivation to keep going. Instead, you'll be running on autopilot, consistently moving toward your desired outcome without thinking twice. One way to build consistency is by breaking down larger goals into smaller, manageable tasks. When you focus on taking one step at a time, it becomes much easier to stay consistent. Instead of feeling overwhelmed by the enormity of a goal, you can celebrate the small wins along the way, which fuels your drive to keep going. These small wins are powerful markers that keep you on track. Consistency also involves tracking your progress. By reviewing your actions, goals, and results regularly, you remind yourself of the progress you've made. Even if things aren't moving as fast as you'd like, you can see that you are steadily improving. This visual reminder can help you stay motivated, reinforcing the importance of keeping up the consistent effort. Remember that the road to success is rarely a straight line. There will be ups and downs, setbacks, and obstacles along the way. But if you remain consistent, you'll find that your efforts will eventually pay off. Consistency is a guarantee that you're making progress, even when it feels slow. The secret to success is simple: show up, do the work, and trust the process. Over time, your consistency will turn into lasting success. Chapter 5. The Mindset Shift from Wanting to Doing. Wanting something is easy. We all have dreams, desires, and goals that we hope to achieve, but wanting is not enough. It's the doing that sets apart those who succeed from those who only dream. Discipline isn't about wishing for a better future. It's about creating that future through consistent action. It's about shifting from the mindset of "I want" to "I will," and then following through with the actions necessary to make it happen. The mindset shift from wanting to doing is the first step in transforming your dreams into reality. When you simply want something, it often feels like it's out of your control, or that it depends on circumstances outside of you. But when you decide to do something, you take full ownership of the process. You realize that the power to create change lies in your own hands, and that success is not a matter of luck or timing, but of intentional effort. The first part of making this shift is to recognize that your desires must be backed by action. It's not enough to want to be healthier, wealthier, or more successful. You must be willing to take the necessary steps every day to bring that vision to life. The person who wants something is waiting for it to come to them. The person who does something is taking action to move closer to it. This mindset shift also involves letting go of excuses. It's easy to justify inaction with reasons like "I don't have enough time" or "I'm not ready yet." These excuses, however, only keep you stuck in the cycle of wanting without doing. When you make the shift from wanting to doing, you take responsibility for your actions and stop waiting for the perfect time. You recognize that there will never be a perfectly easy moment to start, but that doesn't matter. What matters is that you begin now with whatever resources you have available. One of the most powerful ways to make this shift is by breaking down your goals into actionable steps. When you focus on the doing part of the equation, it becomes much easier to take the first step. Instead of being overwhelmed by the big picture, focus on what you can do right now. Small, consistent actions compound over time, and before you know it, you're on your way to achieving your biggest goals. Another key to shifting from wanting to doing is to stop waiting for motivation to strike. Motivation comes and goes, but discipline is what keeps you moving forward when motivation fades. Instead of relying on bursts of inspiration, develop the habit of taking action regardless of how you feel in the moment. When you make consistent action a priority, you'll begin to see the results that were once just a wish in your mind. As you begin to do more, you'll notice that the mindset shift also transforms your beliefs about yourself. The more you act in alignment with your goals, the more you build self-confidence. You start to see that you are capable of achieving what you set out to do, and this belief in yourself fuels further action. The process becomes a positive feedback loop. The more you do, the more you believe in your ability to succeed, and the more you are motivated to keep going. The shift from wanting to doing is the shift from passivity to action. It's about recognizing that no one is going to make your dreams come true for you. Only you have the power to take the steps necessary to make them happen. With each step you take, you solidify your belief that you are in control of your destiny and that your future is built by the choices you make today. Chapter 6. Overcoming Temptations and Distractions. Temptations and distractions are everywhere. They seem to pull at us from all sides, offering instant pleasure, comfort or relief from the discomfort of focusing on our goals. Whether it's the endless scroll of social media, the urge to procrastinate, the pull of unhealthy habits, or the pressure of outside demands, these distractions can derail even the most disciplined among us. The key to mastering discipline is learning how to overcome these temptations, staying focused on what truly matters and not letting these distractions control your actions. The first step in overcoming temptation is recognizing that it's a part of human nature. It's not about being weak when you're tempted to give in. It's about understanding that everyone faces these challenges. The key difference between those who succeed and those who don't is how they respond to these urges. Instead of letting temptation guide your decisions, you learn to take control of your actions, making choices that align with your long-term goals rather than seeking instant gratification. One of the most powerful strategies to combat temptation is awareness. The more aware you are of your triggers, the situations, feelings, or environments that lead you to distractions, the more equipped you become to avoid or manage them. If you find yourself constantly distracted by social media, for example, you can take proactive steps to limit your exposure, such as using apps that block distracting websites or setting specific times during the day when you check your devices. The same goes for procrastination. By becoming aware of the habits or emotions that make you put things off, you can address them head-on and create strategies to overcome them. It's also important to recognize that the urge to give in to distractions often comes from a deeper place of discomfort. Whether it's fear of failure, anxiety about the future, or a lack of confidence in your abilities, distractions are often a way of avoiding the discomfort of facing your true goals. Instead of turning to distractions for comfort, learn to sit with discomfort. Discipline isn't about avoiding the hard things, it's about facing them head-on. By building your tolerance to discomfort, you develop a stronger sense of resilience and a greater capacity to push through when things get difficult. Another important strategy for overcoming distractions is setting boundaries. Boundaries are not just for protecting your time from others, they are also for protecting your time from your own impulses. Setting boundaries with yourself means creating non-negotiable rules that keep you focused on your goals. This could be as simple as designating certain hours of the day for focused work, or committing to a specific routine that minimizes distractions. When you create clear boundaries and stick to them, you limit the power that distractions have over you. In addition to boundaries, creating an environment that supports your focus is crucial. If you work in an environment that's full of distractions, it will be much harder to stay disciplined. Take a look at your workspace or living area. Are there things around you that pull your attention away from your goals? Are there habits or routines that encourage distractions? To overcome temptations, create an environment that fosters productivity and focus. Keep your workspace tidy, eliminate clutter, and surround yourself with things that remind you of your goals. You can even go as far as setting up your physical space to eliminate unnecessary distractions, such as keeping your phone in another room while you work. Discipline also involves a shift in mindset when it comes to distractions. Instead of seeing them as bad or as enemies to your goals, try to view them as tests of your resolve. Every time you overcome a temptation or choose focus over distraction, you are reinforcing your commitment to your goals. This shift in perspective helps you see distractions not as barriers, but as opportunities to strengthen your discipline. One of the most powerful ways to stay on track is by practicing delayed gratification. This means choosing long-term satisfaction over short-term pleasure. Every time you resist the temptation to procrastinate, indulge in distractions, or give in to comfort, you are making a choice that brings you closer to your future success. It's important to remind yourself that the feeling of satisfaction after overcoming a distraction is far more fulfilling than the temporary relief of giving in. The more you practice delayed gratification, the easier it becomes to make the disciplined choice and the stronger your focus becomes. Accountability is another essential element in overcoming distractions. It's easy to let yourself off the hook when you're the only one holding you accountable. But when you have someone else, a friend, a mentor, or a coach, to check in with, you're far more likely to stay on task. Sharing your goals with others and asking for their support not only increases your motivation, but it also helps you stay disciplined when distractions arise. Remember that overcoming distractions is not about being perfect. You will slip up. You will give in to temptations sometimes, but that doesn't mean you've failed. Discipline is about progress, not perfection. Every time you resist a temptation or refocus after a distraction, you strengthen your ability to stay on course. It's the small, consistent efforts that build up over time. Overcoming distractions requires patience, self-awareness, and resilience. It's about learning to face discomfort, setting boundaries, and consistently choosing long-term success over instant gratification. By mastering the art of overcoming temptation, you build a stronger, more focused mindset that propels you toward your goals. Distractions will always be present, but with discipline, you can navigate through them and stay committed to your path. Chapter 7. Building a disciplined lifestyle. Discipline is not a one-time effort or a temporary fix. To truly transform your life, you must build a disciplined lifestyle, a way of living that is consistent, intentional, and in alignment with your deepest goals. A disciplined lifestyle is about making small, deliberate decisions each day that move you closer to your long-term vision. It's about creating routines, habits, and environments that support your success, and maintaining them even when life gets busy or difficult. The foundation of a disciplined lifestyle starts with having a clear vision of what you want to achieve. Without clarity, it's easy to lose focus and become distracted by external influences or daily challenges. The more specific and concrete your goals are, the easier it becomes to take the right actions consistently. A clear vision gives you a sense of direction and purpose, helping you to stay grounded when distractions or obstacles arise. Once you have a clear vision, the next step is to build daily habits that support that vision. Habits are the actions we take automatically, without having to think about them. When you develop positive habits, they become part of who you are. They shape your identity and help you move closer to your goals every day. The key is to start small. Begin by focusing on 1 or 2 habits that you can integrate into your life without overwhelming yourself. For example, if your goal is to get fit, Start with a daily 10-minute workout, rather than committing to an hour at the gym right away. As you become consistent, you can gradually increase the intensity or duration. Another critical aspect of building a disciplined lifestyle is time management. One of the biggest challenges to discipline is managing your time effectively. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, but how we use those hours makes all the difference. To live a disciplined life, you must prioritize your time based on what truly matters. This means learning to say no to distractions, avoiding time-wasting activities, and setting aside time for the things that support your long-term goals. Time blocking, scheduling specific times for specific tasks, is an effective way to ensure that your time is spent in alignment with your priorities. Along with time management, it's important to develop routines that keep you focused and productive. Routines are the framework for a disciplined life. They take the decision-making out of the equation and allow you to focus on executing tasks without wasting mental energy. A morning routine, for example, can set the tone for your day. By incorporating activities that promote physical, mental, and emotional well-being, such as exercise, meditation, reading, or journaling, you start the day with a sense of purpose and focus. Similarly, an evening routine can help you wind down, reflect on the day's progress, and prepare for a productive tomorrow. Accountability plays a crucial role in building a disciplined lifestyle. It's easy to let yourself off the hook when you're the only one holding you accountable. By sharing your goals with someone else, whether it's a friend, mentor, or accountability partner, you create a system of external support and motivation. Regular check-ins and progress updates keep you focused and on track. Having someone who believes in your goals and is there to encourage you can make all the difference in staying disciplined. A disciplined lifestyle is also about creating an environment that supports your goals. Your environment has a powerful influence on your behavior, so it's important to make sure that it is conducive to success. If your goal is to be productive, make sure your workspace is clean and free of distractions. If you're working on a fitness goal, surround yourself with healthy food and workout equipment that make it easier to stick to your routine. Your environment should inspire you and remove obstacles that might make it harder to maintain discipline. Self-care is a key element in maintaining a disciplined lifestyle. While discipline often requires pushing yourself and staying focused, it's equally important to take care of your body, mind, and spirit. Overworking or neglecting your well-being can lead to burnout, which can derail your progress. Make sure to prioritize rest, nutrition, and relaxation. When you take care of yourself, you ensure that you have the energy and mental clarity needed to stay disciplined in the long run. One of the most important things to remember in building a disciplined lifestyle is that it's a process. It's easy to fall into the trap of expecting instant results or trying to perfect everything right away. But discipline is built over time through consistent effort and gradual improvement. It's okay to slip up, and it's okay to face setbacks. What matters is that you get back on track and continue to move forward. Each day is a new opportunity to reinforce the habits, routines, and mindset that will ultimately lead to success. The ultimate goal of a disciplined lifestyle is not perfection, but progress. When you live with discipline, you are constantly growing, learning, and improving. It's about aligning your actions with your highest goals, values, and priorities, and staying committed to your vision, even when it's difficult. Over time, a disciplined lifestyle will become second nature, and you'll begin to see the fruits of your labor in every area of your life, from your health to your career, relationships, and personal development. A disciplined lifestyle is about creating a life that reflects your deepest desires and values. It's about taking consistent, purposeful action that leads you to your highest potential. When you live with discipline, you are in control of your life, and you have the power to create the future you desire. Chapter 8. The role of discipline in achieving anything. Discipline is the secret ingredient behind every major success story. It's the force that enables people to turn their dreams into reality, even when the road gets tough. No matter how talented or intelligent you are, success doesn't come easily. The difference between those who achieve great things and those who don't is not just talent or luck, but the ability to stay disciplined, to keep going when things get difficult, and to make consistent progress toward your goals every day. The role of discipline in achieving anything lies in its power to turn desire into action. You can have the most ambitious dreams and the greatest ideas, but without discipline, those dreams will remain just that, dreams. Discipline is what moves you from wishing and wanting to actually doing. It's the steady force that pushes you through obstacles, helps you maintain focus, and keeps you aligned with your goals, even when distractions or setbacks threaten to pull you off course. One of the key reasons discipline is so essential to success is that it allows you to stay consistent. Success is rarely about making huge leaps all at once. It's about taking small, steady actions day after day, building momentum, and allowing that momentum to carry you forward. Discipline ensures that you keep moving, even when you don't feel like it. When you're disciplined, you don't rely on motivation or bursts of inspiration to do the work. Instead, you rely on the habit of showing up and doing what needs to be done, regardless of how you feel. Discipline also builds mental toughness. When you're pursuing a big goal, there will be times when the journey feels overwhelming. There will be moments when you question whether it's worth it, when obstacles seem insurmountable, and when you want to give up. It's in these moments that discipline plays its most important role. It teaches you to stay focused, to push through the discomfort, and to keep going despite the challenges. Discipline transforms you into someone who doesn't just dream, but takes action, someone who doesn't quit at the first sign of difficulty, but keeps pushing forward until they succeed. Another important aspect of discipline is its ability to help you stay aligned with your values and long-term goals. In a world filled with distractions, it's easy to lose sight of what really matters. Every day, you are faced with decisions, and many of those decisions will determine whether you stay on track or get sidetracked. Discipline helps you make the right choices, even when they're not the easiest or most appealing options in the moment. Whether it's saying no to distractions, sticking to a plan, or resisting temptation, discipline keeps you focused on the bigger picture, reminding you of your long-term vision and encouraging you to make decisions that move you closer to your desired outcome. Discipline is also the foundation for overcoming setbacks. Failure is an inevitable part of any success story, and how you respond to failure is what determines your ultimate success. When you are disciplined, you don't let failure define you. Instead, you see it as an opportunity to learn and grow. You view each setback as a lesson, and you use it to fuel your future efforts. Discipline allows you to bounce back from failure, reassess your approach, and continue moving forward, no matter how many times you fall. To achieve anything, you also need the patience to trust the process. Success doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, effort, and perseverance. Discipline teaches you to trust in the journey, even when you can't see immediate results. It reminds you that small, consistent efforts will eventually lead to big results. Discipline helps you stay patient when things aren't moving as quickly as you'd like, and it gives you the perseverance to keep going, knowing that progress is being made, even when it's not immediately visible. Another crucial aspect of discipline in achieving success is the ability to make sacrifices. Every goal requires some level of sacrifice, whether it's time, energy, or comfort. Discipline teaches you to prioritize your goals over temporary pleasures. For example, you may have to sacrifice hours of leisure or entertainment to focus on your work, or you may need to give up unhealthy habits to prioritize your health. These sacrifices are not easy, but they are necessary for long-term success. Discipline teaches you that you must be willing to give up short-term pleasure for long-term gain. When you live a disciplined life, you begin to see that success isn't about luck or fate, but about taking responsibility for your actions and choices. Discipline empowers you to take control of your future. It gives you the strength to push through adversity, the clarity to stay focused on what matters, and the commitment to keep moving forward. Discipline enables you to create the life you've always wanted by helping you take consistent, purposeful actions toward your goals every single day. As you develop discipline, you begin to realize that there are no shortcuts to success. It's not about finding the easy way or waiting for the perfect moment. It's about showing up every day, putting in the work, and trusting that your efforts will pay off. Discipline is the driving force that turns your dreams into reality, and it's the key to achieving anything you set your mind to. With discipline, you can overcome any obstacle, stay focused on your goals, and ultimately create the success and fulfillment you desire. Chapter 9. Turning failures into lessons. Failure is often seen as something negative, a sign that we are not good enough or that we've fallen short of our goals. However, failure is an essential part of the journey to success. Every successful person has encountered setbacks, challenges, and failures along the way. What sets them apart is how they view and respond to failure. Instead of seeing it as a roadblock, they see it as a learning opportunity, a chance to grow, adapt, and improve. The first step in turning failure into a lesson is to shift your perspective. Rather than viewing failure as a reflection of your worth or abilities, view it as a natural part of the process. Failure is simply feedback. It shows you what didn't work, what needs to be adjusted, and where you can improve. When you shift your mindset and stop taking failure personally, you can use it as a powerful tool for growth. One of the most common mistakes people make when they fail is giving up too soon. It's easy to feel discouraged when things don't go as planned, but discipline teaches you to persist in the face of failure. Instead of quitting or giving in to self-doubt, discipline pushes you to look at what went wrong and learn from it. Every failure is an opportunity to reassess your approach, refine your methods, and come back stronger. Those who are disciplined don't let setbacks define them. They use them as stepping stones to greater success. When you experience failure, take the time to analyze it. Ask yourself, what went wrong? Was it something within your control, or was it an external factor? What can you do differently next time? This reflection helps you to identify the root cause of the failure, so you can adjust your strategy and avoid making the same mistake again. By taking ownership of your failures and using them as a learning experience, you take the power away from failure and put it back into your hands. Failure also teaches resilience. The more you experience and overcome failure, the more you strengthen your ability to bounce back. Resilience is not about avoiding failure. It's about learning how to recover from it and keep going. Discipline teaches you how to stay focused and committed even when things don't go as planned. It reminds you that setbacks are temporary and that persistence will eventually lead to success. When you embrace failure as part of the process, you become more resilient, more determined, and more prepared for future challenges. Another powerful lesson you can learn from failure is the importance of flexibility. When things don't go as planned, it's easy to feel frustrated or stuck. But disciplined individuals understand that success is not a straight line. There are often unexpected turns, detours, and challenges along the way. Instead of rigidly sticking to one path, learn to be flexible and adjust your strategy when necessary. Being disciplined means having the ability to adapt and pivot when circumstances change, while still staying focused on your end goal. One of the most valuable lessons that failure offers is the opportunity to practice patience. Success rarely happens overnight. It takes time, effort, and perseverance. When you fail, it's a reminder that the path to achievement is not always smooth or immediate. You may need to adjust your expectations and trust the process. Discipline teaches you to have patience with yourself and with your goals, understanding that progress comes in small, steady steps, not in giant leaps. Every failure brings you closer to your goal, and it's important to trust that your continued effort will pay off in time. Failure helps you develop self-compassion. When you experience a setback, it's easy to be harsh on yourself, to criticize your choices or blame yourself for not doing better. But discipline teaches you that self-compassion is just as important as self-discipline. Being kind to yourself after failure helps you to stay motivated and to see your mistakes as opportunities to grow, rather than as reasons to quit. Acknowledge your mistakes, but don't let them define you. Use them as a catalyst for positive change and continue to move forward with the same level of commitment and focus. Failure is a reminder that success is not a destination, but a journey. The pursuit of success involves ongoing learning, growth, and improvement. Failure helps to refine your skills, build character, and deepen your understanding of yourself and your goals. Every failure teaches you something new, whether it's about your work, your approach, or your mindset. Embrace the process, knowing that each failure is an opportunity to get closer to your ultimate success. Failure is not something to fear or avoid. It's an essential part of growth and success. By shifting your mindset and viewing failure as a lesson, you turn every setback into a valuable opportunity for improvement. Discipline teaches you to learn from your failures, to bounce back with greater strength, and to continue moving forward. When you can see failure as a necessary part of the process, you free yourself to pursue your goals with greater confidence, resilience, and determination. Through discipline and a willingness to learn from failure, you will ultimately achieve everything you set your mind to. Chapter 10. Becoming Unstoppable. Success is not about never facing challenges, but about developing the strength and resilience to push through them. To become unstoppable, you must cultivate a mindset that views obstacles as temporary, setbacks as opportunities for growth, and the pursuit of your goals as non-negotiable. Becoming unstoppable is not an overnight transformation. It's a process of building the mental toughness, consistency, and discipline that allows you to face any challenge head-on and continue moving forward no matter what life throws at you. The first step in becoming unstoppable is adopting a growth mindset. A growth mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and character are not fixed, but can be developed through effort, learning, and persistence. This mindset allows you to see challenges not as roadblocks, but as opportunities to grow and improve. When you view obstacles as part of the journey, you shift your focus from the difficulty of the task to the potential for growth that comes from overcoming it. A growth mindset fuels your determination to keep going, even when things seem tough. The second key to becoming unstoppable is developing unshakable self-belief. It's easy to doubt yourself, especially when you encounter setbacks or when others don't believe in you. However, to become unstoppable, you must develop a deep confidence in your own abilities. This belief isn't based on arrogance or blind optimism. It's based on the knowledge that you have the power to control your actions, learn from your mistakes, and keep improving. When you believe in yourself, you don't let doubts or negativity hold you back. Instead, you see every challenge as a chance to prove to yourself that you can overcome it. Another crucial element in becoming unstoppable is building resilience. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from failure, adversity, or disappointment and continue moving forward. It's about refusing to let setbacks define you or derail your progress. When you're resilient, you understand that failure is part of the process, and you don't allow it to stop you from trying again. Discipline helps you stay resilient because it instills in you the habit of showing up, no matter how many times you fail or how tough things get. With each setback, your resilience grows, and you become more determined to succeed. Consistency plays a central role in becoming unstoppable. It's easy to be motivated at the start of a new project or goal, but discipline is what keeps you going when the initial excitement fades. Becoming unstoppable requires you to build habits of consistency, to show up every day, do the work, and keep making progress, even when you don't feel like it. It's through consistent effort that you build momentum, and momentum is what makes you unstoppable. Even when you don't see immediate results, you trust that your consistent actions will eventually lead to success. A critical part of becoming unstoppable is learning to embrace discomfort. Success requires stepping outside of your comfort zone, and discomfort is a natural part of that process. When you push yourself to try new things, take risks, and face challenges head-on, you are inevitably going to experience discomfort. But instead of avoiding it, discipline teaches you to embrace it. The more comfortable you become with discomfort, the more you can handle and the further you'll go. Becoming unstoppable means learning to thrive in the face of uncertainty and challenge, and using discomfort as fuel for growth. The ability to manage your emotions is another essential trait of the unstoppable mindset. Life will present you with many ups and downs, and it's easy to let emotions like frustration, fear, or anger dictate your actions. However, emotional control is one of the hallmarks of discipline. It's the ability to stay calm, focused, and rational, even in difficult situations. When you control your emotions, you can make better decisions, stay focused on your goals, and keep moving forward without letting negativity or setbacks overwhelm you. One of the biggest factors that can make you unstoppable is your ability to take ownership of your life. Instead of blaming others, making excuses, or waiting for the perfect moment, you take full responsibility for your actions, your mindset, and your progress. You understand that you are the creator of your destiny, and that it's up to you to put in the work, make the necessary sacrifices, and stay disciplined. Taking ownership means no longer waiting for things to change. It means changing yourself to make your goals a reality. An important aspect of becoming unstoppable is knowing when to rest and recharge. While discipline often involves hard work and perseverance, it's equally important to give yourself time to rest and recover. Burnout is a real risk for anyone who pushes too hard without taking care of themselves. Becoming unstoppable doesn't mean working non-stop. It means knowing when to take breaks, rest, and come back stronger. Self-care is a vital part of maintaining your discipline, focus, and long-term drive. Support systems also play a key role in becoming unstoppable. While discipline is an individual journey, you don't have to walk it alone. Surround yourself with people who support your vision, believe in your potential, and encourage your progress. Having an accountability partner, a mentor, or a group of like-minded individuals can help keep you motivated, focused, and on track. They can provide guidance, offer perspective, and push you to keep going when you feel like giving up. To become truly unstoppable, you must remain adaptable. Life is unpredictable, and circumstances may change unexpectedly. The ability to adapt to these changes, to stay flexible in your approach while remaining committed to your end goal, is a hallmark of an unstoppable person. Discipline is about staying true to your purpose, even when the path shifts. When you can adapt to changing circumstances and keep moving forward, you unlock your true potential and become unstoppable. Becoming unstoppable is about more than just achieving success. It's about cultivating a mindset, habits, and resilience that allow you to face anything with confidence, determination, and discipline. It's about believing in yourself, embracing discomfort, and never letting failure or setbacks stand in your way. When you become unstoppable, you not only achieve your goals, but you also become the best version of yourself, capable of overcoming any obstacle and achieving anything you set your mind to. Chapter 11. Embracing the journey, enjoying the process. Success is often seen as a destination, a goal to reach, or an endpoint to celebrate. But the reality is that the journey, the process of getting there, is just as important, if not more so, than the destination itself. The path to success is where growth happens, where lessons are learned, and where you discover who you truly are. Embracing the journey means committing to the process, finding fulfillment in the small steps, and learning to enjoy every moment, not just the final result. To truly embrace the journey, you must first shift your perspective. Instead of seeing the work, the challenges, and the setbacks as obstacles, begin to see them as essential parts of the process. Each step you take is an opportunity to learn, grow, and become better. The work you put in today is an investment in your future. When you focus on the process, you stop obsessing over the end result and start finding joy and meaning in the work itself. This shift in mindset is crucial for long-term success and fulfillment. One of the keys to enjoying the journey is to practice mindfulness, being present and fully engaged in what you are doing. When you're focused on the process, you stop worrying about the past or future, and instead you immerse yourself in the task at hand. Whether you're working on a project, training for a goal, or learning something new, give your full attention to the present moment. This not only helps you to enjoy the process more, but it also improves your performance and productivity. The journey is also about progress, not perfection. When you commit to continuous improvement, you learn to appreciate the small wins, the incremental steps forward. Every small achievement along the way is a testament to your discipline and commitment. Instead of waiting until you reach your ultimate goal to celebrate, take time to acknowledge and enjoy the progress you've made so far. Each step is a victory, and the more you celebrate your progress, the more motivated you become to keep moving forward. One of the most powerful ways to embrace the journey is to detach your self-worth from the outcome. It's easy to fall into the trap of defining your value by your success or failure. If you only focus on achieving a specific goal or reaching a particular milestone, you risk losing sight of the bigger picture. Success is not just about the destination, it's about who you become along the way. Embrace the process of growth, and you'll discover that the journey itself is where the real value lies. The journey also teaches you patience. Achieving great things takes time, effort, and perseverance. There will be moments when it feels like you're not making progress or when the end goal seems far out of reach. But when you embrace the journey, you learn to trust the process. You understand that every effort, no matter how small, is contributing to your growth and eventual success. The key is to keep moving forward, even when the end result seems distant. Patience allows you to stay committed to the journey, knowing that success will come in due time. Another important aspect of embracing the journey is learning to enjoy the challenges and setbacks. The path to success is rarely a straight line. There will be obstacles, delays, and moments of failure, but instead of viewing these challenges as roadblocks, see them as opportunities to learn and improve. Embrace the discomfort of failure, the frustration of obstacles, and the uncertainty of setbacks. These experiences are what shape you, strengthen you, and make success truly worthwhile. The challenges you face on your journey are not punishments. They are part of the process that leads to growth. Embracing the journey also means being kind to yourself. As you work toward your goals, you will encounter moments of doubt, frustration, and even failure. During these times, it's important to practice self-compassion. Don't be too hard on yourself when things don't go as planned. Instead, be patient, forgiving, and encouraging. Remember that the journey is a marathon, not a sprint, and every step forward, no matter how small, is progress. The people you meet along the way also play an important role in your journey. Whether it's mentors, peers, or even those who challenge you, the relationships you build as you work toward your goals can be just as valuable as the goals themselves. These connections provide support, encouragement, and new perspectives that help you grow. Surround yourself with people who lift you up, challenge you to be better, and remind you of why you started the journey in the first place. Embracing the journey means finding joy in the process itself. Success isn't just about achieving a particular goal, it's about finding purpose, fulfillment, and meaning in the work you do. When you enjoy the journey, you realize that the destination is just a byproduct of the process. Whether you're building a business, developing a new skill, or pursuing a personal goal, find joy in the everyday tasks and efforts that move you forward. This sense of purpose and joy will fuel your discipline, and you'll find that the process itself becomes as rewarding as the result. Becoming unstoppable isn't just about achieving success. It's about embracing the journey, learning from every experience, and finding fulfillment in the progress you make. When you focus on the process and appreciate every step, you'll find that the journey itself becomes a source of joy, growth, and satisfaction. So instead of waiting for the end goal to bring you happiness, choose to enjoy the process. The path you're on is just as important as where it leads. And when you embrace that, you become truly unstoppable. Chapter 12. Mastering your mindset. The key to unlocking your potential. Your mindset is one of the most powerful factors in determining the course of your life. It's the lens through which you view the world, the filter that influences how you interpret experiences, and the internal dialogue that shapes your beliefs, attitudes, and behaviors. Mastering your mindset is not just about thinking positively, but about developing a resilient, growth-oriented way of thinking that enables you to unlock your full potential and achieve the extraordinary. The first step in mastering your mindset is understanding the two primary types of mindsets, the fixed mindset and the growth mindset. A fixed mindset is the belief that your abilities, intelligence, and qualities are static and unchangeable. With a fixed mindset, you believe that you are either good at something or you are not, and you are more likely to avoid challenges, give up easily, and see failure as a reflection of your inherent lack of ability. On the other hand, a growth mindset is the belief that your abilities and intelligence can be developed and improved over time through effort, learning, and persistence. With a growth mindset, you see challenges as opportunities to grow, failure as a stepping stone to success, and setbacks as temporary and part of the learning process. To master your mindset, you must cultivate a growth mindset. This mindset is the foundation of personal development, as it enables you to believe in your ability to learn and adapt, no matter where you start. When you adopt a growth mindset, you open yourself up to the possibility of change and improvement. You stop seeing obstacles as permanent roadblocks and instead see them as temporary challenges that you can overcome with effort, persistence, and learning. This mindset empowers you to take risks, embrace challenges, and persist in the face of adversity. One of the most important aspects of mastering your mindset is controlling your self-talk. The internal dialogue you have with yourself influences your behavior, your actions, and ultimately your results. If you constantly tell yourself that you're not good enough or that you can't succeed, your mind will believe it. On the other hand, when you practice positive, affirming self-talk, you begin to reprogram your subconscious mind to align with your goals and ambitions. Instead of focusing on your limitations, focus on your potential. Instead of thinking, "I can't do this," think, "I can learn how to do this." By consciously choosing to speak to yourself with encouragement, positivity, and compassion, you create a mindset that supports your success. Another essential element of mastering your mindset is managing your emotions. Our emotions can greatly influence our decisions and actions, often leading us to react impulsively or make choices based on how we feel in the moment. However, emotional mastery is the key to making decisions that align with your long-term goals. Emotional intelligence allows you to stay calm under pressure, respond to challenges with clarity, and maintain focus even in the face of difficulties. When you learn to control your emotions and not let them dictate your actions, you gain the ability to make decisions based on logic, strategy, and long-term vision, rather than temporary feelings. To master your mindset, you must also learn to reframe negative thoughts and beliefs. Reframing is the practice of shifting your perspective on a situation in order to view it in a more positive, constructive light. For example, if you encounter a setback, instead of thinking, "I've failed," you can reframe it to, "This is a valuable lesson. What can I learn from this to improve next time?" By reframing challenges, failures, and even your own weaknesses as opportunities for growth and learning, you shift your mindset from one of defeat to one of empowerment and progress. This shift in perspective is one of the most powerful tools you can use to overcome obstacles and continue moving forward, no matter how difficult the situation may seem. Mastering your mindset also involves developing mental resilience, the ability to bounce back from setbacks and keep moving forward even when things don't go as planned. Mental resilience is a muscle that you strengthen by facing adversity, pushing through discomfort, and continuing to work toward your goals, even when the road is tough. It requires you to reframe failure as feedback, to learn from your mistakes, and to keep striving for improvement. The more resilient you become, the less likely you are to be defeated by obstacles, and the more likely you are to stay focused and committed to your goals. A resilient mindset is also about persistence. Achieving anything of significance requires ongoing effort, even when you don't see immediate results. Many people give up too soon, thinking that because they aren't seeing quick progress, they'll never succeed. But those with a resilient mindset know that success is a long-term journey. They understand that every small effort counts, that each day brings them closer to their goal, and that persistence is the key to unlocking their potential. When you develop this mindset of persistence, you become unstoppable. You refuse to quit, no matter how challenging the journey may be. Self-discipline is another critical component of mastering your mindset. Discipline is the ability to control your actions, focus on your goals, and resist distractions. When you build strong self-discipline, you're able to make consistent progress toward your goals, even when it's difficult or when your motivation wanes. Discipline helps you stay on track, even in the face of distractions, temptations, or procrastination. The more disciplined you become, the more you will achieve, and the more you will prove to yourself that you are capable of reaching your highest potential. Mastering your mindset also involves the ability to let go of limiting beliefs. those negative, self-imposed barriers that hold you back from reaching your full potential. Limiting beliefs can come from past failures, external criticism, or self-doubt, and they prevent you from taking risks, pursuing your goals, and believing in your own abilities. To overcome limiting beliefs, you must first become aware of them and then replace them with empowering beliefs. Instead of believing that I'm not good enough, replace it with I have the ability to learn and grow. By letting go of limiting beliefs, you free yourself to pursue your goals without fear or hesitation. Mastering your mindset means embracing the power of visualization. Visualization is the practice of creating vivid mental images of your goals and seeing yourself achieving them. When you visualize success, you create a sense of possibility and belief in your ability to reach your goals. This process helps you stay motivated, focused, and determined, even when faced with challenges. Visualization activates the subconscious mind, reinforcing the belief that success is possible and that you are capable of achieving it. Mastering your mindset is the foundation for unlocking your potential and achieving success. By cultivating a growth mindset, managing your emotions, reframing negative thoughts, developing resilience, practicing discipline, letting go of limiting beliefs, and using visualization, you create a mental environment that supports your success. Your mindset shapes your reality, and by mastering it, you unlock the power within you to achieve anything you set your mind to. When you master your mindset, you not only unlock your potential, you become the best version of yourself, capable of achieving greatness in every area of your life. Aid. Chapter 13. Unlocking Your Full Potential. The Power of Discipline and Consistency. Unlocking your full potential is the ultimate goal of discipline. It's about pushing past your limitations, overcoming your doubts, and realizing the vast capacity within you to achieve extraordinary things. True potential is not just about talent or intelligence. It's about the consistent actions, choices, and habits that you build over time. Through discipline and consistency, you create the foundation for growth, and through those, you unlock your ability to achieve anything you desire. To unlock your full potential, you must first recognize that potential is not something you simply have, but something you must actively develop. It's not about waiting for the right moment or for circumstances to align perfectly. It's about making consistent efforts, regardless of the obstacles, to improve, learn, and grow. Discipline allows you to stay committed to your personal development, even when things don't seem to be progressing as quickly as you'd like. By staying consistent with your efforts, you build momentum that accelerates growth and brings your potential to life. One of the first steps in unlocking your potential is understanding that greatness isn't achieved in a single grand moment. Instead, it's the sum of the small, everyday decisions that you make. It's in those moments when you choose discipline over convenience, consistency over inconsistency, and action over procrastination. Small, disciplined actions compound over time, and those small wins lead to major achievements. To unlock your full potential, you must embrace the idea that every single choice matters and every small effort contributes to your overall growth. The key to unlocking your potential is consistency. It's not about doing something perfectly or getting immediate results, but about showing up every day, putting in the effort, and continuing to take steps, no matter how small. Consistency builds confidence, skill, and momentum. When you commit to consistent action, you break down the walls of doubt and fear that hold you back. Every action you take, no matter how small, brings you one step closer to your goal, and over time, those steps create a path that leads to greatness. As you unlock your potential, you will inevitably encounter obstacles. Life will present you with challenges that test your resolve. push you to your limits and force you to confront your fears. It's in these moments that discipline becomes invaluable. The ability to stay focused and disciplined, even in the face of adversity, is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who give up too soon. Discipline doesn't mean avoiding challenges. It means facing them head-on, with the determination to continue moving forward, no matter how tough things get. Unlocking your potential also requires you to overcome self-doubt. There will be times when you question whether you're good enough, whether you can achieve your goals, or whether it's even worth the effort. Self-doubt is a natural part of growth, but it doesn't have to define you. To unlock your full potential, you must learn to silence the negative self-talk and replace it with empowering beliefs. Recognize that self-doubt is often the result of fear, and that fear is simply an obstacle you can overcome with discipline, persistence, and consistency. One of the most powerful aspects of discipline in unlocking your potential is the ability to break free from the trap of perfectionism. Perfectionism can paralyze you, making you feel like you must get everything right before you can move forward. However, true progress comes from taking imperfect action, learning from mistakes, and improving over time. By accepting that failure is a natural part of growth and that you don't need to be perfect to succeed, you free yourself to take bold, consistent action. Discipline means making progress, not perfection, and that progress compounds over time. Another important part of unlocking your potential is developing mental resilience. Life is full of challenges, and not every effort will lead to immediate success. Resilience is the ability to bounce back from setbacks, to keep going even when things don't go according to plan. Resilient people don't give up when they face adversity. They adapt, learn from their failures, and keep pressing forward. Discipline helps you build resilience by teaching you to stay committed, even when results are delayed or uncertain. The more resilient you are, the more capable you become of overcoming obstacles and reaching your full potential. Consistency is also the key to building and maintaining momentum. Momentum is the force that propels you forward when it feels like progress is slow or that success is far off. With each disciplined action, you build a sense of momentum, which pushes you through difficult times and keeps you moving toward your goals. As you continue to show up and make progress every day, momentum grows, and eventually, the effort becomes easier. The discipline you practice today will be the foundation for the momentum that drives your future success. To unlock your potential, you must also surround yourself with the right people. The people you spend time with play a major role in shaping your mindset, habits, and level of success. Surround yourself with individuals who support your growth, challenge you to be better, and encourage you to keep going, even when things get tough. A strong support system helps keep you focused and motivated, and it holds you accountable to your goals. The right people inspire you, help you overcome doubts, and keep you on the path to unlocking your potential. Developing a mindset of abundance rather than scarcity is another key element in unlocking your full potential. An abundance mindset allows you to believe that there are limitless opportunities available to you and that your success doesn't take away from others' success. When you operate with this mindset, you're more likely to take risks, learn new things, and expand your horizons. You stop viewing challenges as threats and start seeing them as opportunities for growth. Discipline supports this mindset by helping you stay focused on abundance, taking action from a place of belief and possibility rather than fear and limitation. The final aspect of unlocking your potential is the ability to continuously improve. Personal growth is a lifelong journey, and to unlock your full potential, you must commit to continuous learning and self-improvement. Whether through formal education, self-study, or learning from experience, every opportunity to learn makes you better. Discipline helps you stay committed to this process, even when it's uncomfortable or challenging. When you dedicate yourself to lifelong learning, you open yourself up to endless growth and possibilities. Unlocking your full potential is not about achieving perfection or instant success. It's about embracing discipline, consistency, and resilience. It's about showing up every day, doing the work, and trusting that your efforts will compound over time. When you cultivate these qualities, you develop the ability to achieve things you once thought were impossible. By unlocking your potential, you not only achieve your goals, you become the best version of yourself, capable of creating extraordinary success in every area of your life. Chapter 14. Sustaining your success. The power of long-term discipline. Achieving success is a monumental accomplishment, but sustaining that success over time requires an entirely different level of discipline. It's easy to stay motivated and focused when you're starting something new, but the real challenge comes in maintaining that momentum, especially after you've already reached significant milestones. True success isn't just about the goals you achieve. It's about the ability to continue growing, evolving, and achieving over the long term. Sustaining success requires ongoing effort, resilience, and a deep commitment to the principles of discipline. The first step in sustaining your success is understanding that it is a marathon, not a sprint. Success is not a one-time event, but a continuous journey. Once you've achieved one goal, there's always another one to strive for, a new challenge to conquer, and a higher level of growth to reach. The key is not to rest on your laurels or become complacent with what you've accomplished. Instead, view success as an ongoing process, with each milestone serving as a springboard for even greater achievements. Discipline helps you stay focused and committed to this long-term vision, ensuring that you continue to push yourself toward new heights. One of the biggest challenges to sustaining success is dealing with the inevitable plateaus that occur along the way. There will be times when your progress seems to slow down, or when the results you're seeing don't match the effort you're putting in. During these times, discipline is your anchor. Instead of getting frustrated or discouraged, discipline helps you stay patient, continue putting in the work, and trust that your efforts will eventually pay off. Plateaus are a natural part of growth, and with consistent effort, you can break through them and keep moving forward. A key aspect of sustaining your success is adaptability. The world is constantly changing, and the strategies, habits, and tactics that work to get you to where you are may need to be adjusted as circumstances evolve. Discipline isn't about rigidly sticking to a single plan or path. It's about maintaining the commitment to your goals while being flexible enough to pivot and adjust when necessary. Being adaptable ensures that you can overcome new challenges and seize new opportunities without losing sight of your long-term vision. To sustain success, you must also be intentional about maintaining your health and well-being. Success is not just about achieving external goals, it's about creating a life that is fulfilling in all aspects. Maintaining your physical, mental, and emotional health is essential to sustaining the energy and focus needed to continue achieving. Self-care, rest, exercise, and nutrition should be a priority, not just when you're struggling, but throughout your journey. When you take care of yourself, you ensure that you have the strength and resilience to keep going, even when the road gets tough. Another key to sustaining success is managing your time effectively. As you achieve more, you'll face increased responsibilities, opportunities, and demands on your time. The ability to manage your time wisely becomes even more critical as you continue on your path. Discipline helps you set clear priorities, create structured plans, and stay organized, ensuring that you stay on track and make the most of your time. Time management allows you to keep moving forward without getting overwhelmed or burnt out. Building strong relationships and a supportive network is also essential for sustaining your success. Success is not a solo journey. As you grow, the people around you play an increasingly important role in helping you maintain your focus, motivation, and drive. Surround yourself with people who support your goals, challenge you to be better, and encourage you during difficult times. Cultivating a strong support system provides the encouragement and accountability you need to stay on track and keep striving for greatness. Another critical component of sustaining success is continued learning and personal development. Once you reach a certain level of success, it's easy to feel like you've made it and stop learning or growing. But the most successful people are those who never stop improving themselves. Sustaining your success requires a commitment to lifelong learning, whether it's through reading, seeking mentorship, attending courses, or learning from your own experiences. The more you invest in your personal development, the more you will continue to evolve and adapt, allowing you to sustain your success for years to come. The ability to handle failure and setbacks with grace is another critical skill for maintaining long-term success. Even after reaching great heights, you will inevitably face challenges, failures, or periods of difficulty. Success is not a linear path. It's full of ups and downs. Discipline allows you to handle these setbacks with resilience, learning from your failures instead of letting them derail your progress. By viewing failure as a stepping stone rather than a roadblock, you continue to move forward with confidence and determination, even in the face of adversity. Gratitude plays a crucial role in sustaining success. When you cultivate a mindset of gratitude, you keep yourself grounded and focused on the bigger picture. Gratitude helps you appreciate how far you've come, reinforces your sense of purpose, and keeps you motivated during challenging times. It also helps you stay humble, recognizing that your success is the result of hard work, discipline, and the support of others. By regularly practicing gratitude, you develop a deeper sense of fulfillment and a more positive outlook, which fuels your continued success. To sustain success, it's essential to set new goals regularly. As you achieve one goal, don't stop there. Set new, more challenging goals that push you to grow further. Discipline helps you stay committed to this process of goal setting, ensuring that you keep evolving and expanding your potential. By continuously raising the bar for yourself, you maintain the momentum needed to achieve even greater success and keep your life aligned with your highest ambitions. Sustaining success requires a deep sense of purpose. Discipline becomes much easier when you are working towards something that truly matters to you. When you have a clear sense of purpose, you're able to maintain your focus, make sacrifices, and keep going, even when things get difficult. Your purpose serves as your guiding light, helping you stay grounded in your values and reminding you why you started this journey in the first place. Sustaining success is a long-term commitment to yourself, your growth, and your goals. It's not about resting on your achievements, but about continuing to evolve, improve, and achieve new heights. By maintaining discipline, embracing adaptability, investing in your well-being, managing your time effectively, nurturing relationships, and continuing your personal development, you ensure that your success is not fleeting, but a lasting, fulfilling part of your life. Chapter 15. The Final Push, Giving Your Best Effort. There comes a time in every journey when you reach the point of no return, the moment when your commitment to your goals is put to the ultimate test. The final push, that last effort when you're almost there, is where your discipline, perseverance, and willpower are most critical. It's easy to give up or coast once you've made significant progress, But the real difference between success and mediocrity lies in the ability to give your best effort, even when you've already come so far. This is where you show the world and yourself what you're truly capable of. The final push is not just about working harder, it's about working smarter, maintaining the intensity, and keeping your focus sharp when you're so close to the finish line. It's about resisting the urge to relax, take shortcuts, or become complacent, and instead doubling down on your commitment. You've put in the work up until this point, but the effort you put in at this critical stage can make all the difference in achieving the extraordinary. You need to give that final effort all the energy and focus you have left, no matter how tired or discouraged you might feel. The final push requires a shift in mindset. It's easy to get overwhelmed or frustrated when you're near the end. You might feel like you've done enough, or that it's not worth pushing any harder. But the truth is, the last few steps are often the most important. They require grit, resilience, and a refusal to give up. In this phase, you must dig deep within yourself and summon the determination that got you started. Your ability to give your best effort in the final stretch is what will define your success. A powerful strategy for giving your best effort in the final push is to break the remaining work into smaller, manageable tasks. By focusing on completing one small task at a time, you prevent yourself from becoming overwhelmed by the larger goal. This method keeps you moving forward without losing sight of the end result, and helps you build momentum even when the finish line feels distant. Each small victory brings you closer to your ultimate goal, and when you achieve these incremental milestones, the sense of accomplishment fuels your desire to continue giving your best. Another critical element in the final push is maintaining your focus. It's easy to lose sight of the big picture, especially when distractions or setbacks arise. But the final stretch demands that you stay laser-focused on your goal. Avoid letting minor distractions pull you away from your path. When your mind starts to wander or doubt creeps in, refocus on the end result, the success you've worked so hard for. Remind yourself why you started in the first place and reconnect with your sense of purpose. This sense of clarity and focus is what will carry you through when the finish line is almost within reach. To give your best effort in the final push, it's also important to stay mentally and physically sharp. Success is not just about working hard, it's about working effectively. Take care of your body and mind during this critical period. Get enough rest, eat well, and engage in activities that keep you energized and motivated. Discipline is about consistency, and in the final push, maintaining your well-being ensures that you have the energy to keep pushing forward. In this stage, emotional control is key. The final stretch can be filled with self-doubt, frustration, and impatience. You might question whether it's worth the effort, or wonder if you'll be able to keep up the momentum. However, it's in these moments that emotional control becomes vital. Stay calm, patient, and confident in your abilities. Use positive self-talk to remind yourself that you've come this far because of your dedication and effort. Trust in your preparation and keep your focus on the result you're striving for. Your support system also plays an important role in the final push. While the journey may have been yours to walk alone, when it comes to finishing strong, having the encouragement and accountability of others can make a huge difference. Lean on those who have supported you throughout the process, whether it's a mentor, friend, or family member. Let their encouragement reignite your drive and keep you moving forward with confidence. Another important factor in the final push is maintaining a sense of urgency. The longer you delay or put off the work, the more difficult it becomes to complete the task. Successful people understand that time is a valuable resource, and when the finish line is in sight, they make every moment count. Use the time you have wisely and don't let procrastination or hesitation rob you of the momentum you've built. Keep a sense of urgency in every task and stay focused on completing each step with intention and purpose. The final push is not just about reaching the end, but about giving your best effort to the process. Every step, every moment, every choice you make in the final stretch matters. And when you give your best effort, you'll not only reach your goal, but surpass your expectations. There's a tremendous amount of personal growth that happens during this phase as you dig deeper into your inner reserves of strength, perseverance, and discipline. Once you reach your goal, the satisfaction will be overwhelming, not just because you've succeeded, but because you know that you gave everything you had to get there. That's what makes the final push so powerful. It's the culmination of all your efforts, the result of every decision, and the reward for your discipline and hard work. The final push is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who fall short. It's the moment when you realize that you have the power to push beyond your limits, to finish strong, and to accomplish what you once thought was impossible. It's in these final moments that you learn just how capable you are and unlock the full extent of your potential. Giving your best effort in the final push is not just about the goal. It's about the person you become along the way. It's about showing up for yourself, pushing through the obstacles, and finishing what you started. By giving your best effort, you solidify your success, build confidence in your abilities, and prove to yourself that you are unstoppable. Chapter 16. Reaping the Rewards, the Fulfillment of Your Effort. The journey of success is built on discipline, perseverance, and consistent effort, and when you've given your best, stayed committed, and overcome obstacles, you will reach the point where you begin to reap the rewards of your labor. The fruits of your hard work are not only found in external accomplishments, like achieving your goals or gaining recognition, but also in the internal satisfaction of knowing that you've given your all. Success, in its truest sense, is not just about the outcome. It's about the fulfillment you feel from knowing you have fully invested yourself in the process. Reaping the rewards begins with taking time to appreciate the journey itself. So often, we focus on the end result, the prize, the accolades, the final destination, that we forget to reflect on the growth, learning, and transformation that occurred along the way. The rewards are not just in what you achieve, but in who you become through the process. You've built new skills, discovered inner strengths, developed resilience, and learned countless lessons that will benefit you throughout your life. These internal rewards are often more lasting than the external ones, and they are the true indicators of success. When you reach your goal and begin to enjoy the rewards, it's essential to stay grounded and humble. You've worked hard to get to this point, but remember that the journey never truly ends. Each reward, whether big or small, is simply a stepping stone that leads to the next stage of growth and achievement. The fulfillment you feel in your accomplishments should serve as motivation to keep moving forward, to keep reaching higher, and to continue striving for personal and professional growth. The moment you stop growing is the moment your success stagnates. Reaping the rewards is about acknowledging your achievements, but also using them as a springboard for the next challenge. Taking time to celebrate your success is an important part of the process. Celebrating doesn't mean becoming complacent. Rather, it's a recognition of your hard work and dedication. When you celebrate your victories, whether they are large or small, you reaffirm your commitment to your goals and strengthen your belief in your abilities. Celebrating also helps to foster a positive mindset, which is essential for maintaining discipline and motivation in the future. It allows you to reflect on how far you've come, appreciate the journey, and gather the energy needed to continue moving forward. Another important aspect of reaping the rewards is sharing your success with others. Success is rarely achieved in isolation, and it's important to acknowledge and express gratitude for the people who supported you along the way. Whether it's mentors, colleagues, friends, or family members, the people in your life who encourage and inspire you play a vital role in your achievements. When you share your success with others, you strengthen your relationships, build deeper connections, and inspire those around you to pursue their own goals with discipline and determination. Success also provides an opportunity to give back. When you reach a place of fulfillment, think about how you can use your success to positively impact others. Whether it's mentoring someone, contributing to a cause, or helping others achieve their goals, giving back can bring a deeper sense of meaning to your success. The true reward of success is not just in personal achievement, but in using what you've learned and gained to help others grow and thrive. The more you give, the more fulfilling your success becomes, as it creates a cycle of positivity and empowerment. As you reap the rewards of your efforts, take time to reflect on the lessons learned throughout the process. What worked well? What could have been done differently? What challenges did you face, and how did you overcome them? Reflection allows you to internalize the lessons from your success and failure alike, helping you to refine your strategies and improve your performance moving forward. This reflective practice ensures that your success is sustainable, as it enables you to grow continually and make smarter decisions in the future. At the same time, avoid the trap of resting too long on your laurels. It's easy to feel a sense of satisfaction once you've reached a goal, but true success is an ongoing process. Once you have achieved one milestone, set your sights on the next challenge. The rewards you reap now are not the end, but rather the beginning of a new chapter of growth and achievement. A disciplined, growth-oriented mindset keeps you moving forward, ensuring that you continue to unlock new levels of success and fulfillment throughout your life. Reaping the rewards of your efforts is also about recognizing the personal transformation that has taken place. Success is not just about what you have accomplished, but about the person you have become in the process. The discipline, focus, and resilience you've developed have shaped you into a stronger, more capable individual. You've built mental toughness, learned the power of delayed gratification, and cultivated habits of excellence that will continue to serve you throughout your life. The real reward is in the growth you've experienced, the confidence you've gained, and the belief that you can accomplish anything you set your mind to. Remember that the rewards are not always immediate. Often, the true benefits of discipline and hard work take time to fully manifest. While you may experience some immediate rewards, such as financial gain, recognition, or personal satisfaction, the long-term rewards are often more profound and meaningful. These rewards come in the form of lasting relationships, the development of character, the ability to positively impact others, and the confidence to face future challenges with ease. The beauty of reaping the rewards lies in understanding that they will continue to unfold throughout your life, as long as you continue to invest in yourself, your growth, and your discipline. Reaping the rewards is not an endpoint. It is a natural part of the ongoing process of personal growth and success. When you embrace the process of achieving, reflecting, sharing, and giving back, you experience a deeper sense of fulfillment than any external achievement could ever provide. So, as you reap the rewards of your efforts, continue to grow, continue to challenge yourself, and continue to use your success to inspire and uplift others. In doing so, you ensure that your journey of success never truly ends. It simply evolves into the next phase of your greatest potential. Chapter 17. Leaving a Legacy. The Power of Impact Beyond Yourself. As you continue your journey of success, it's essential to recognize that the greatest rewards often come not just from what you achieve, but from the legacy you leave behind. Success is not only about personal accomplishments or material gain, but about the positive impact you make on the lives of others. A legacy is not something that's built in a moment. It is a result of years of effort, commitment, and consistent action that shape who you are and the influence you have on the world. Leaving a legacy means creating something that lasts, something that will inspire, uplift, and continue to benefit others long after you're gone. The first step in leaving a lasting legacy is understanding the true power of your influence. Every action you take, every choice you make, impacts those around you. The way you live, the values you uphold, and the example you set all have the potential to influence others. Your words, actions, and mindset can inspire people to take positive action in their own lives. Whether you realize it or not, you are always teaching others through your behavior. By consistently acting with integrity, discipline, and purpose, you set a powerful example that others are likely to follow. One of the most important aspects of leaving a legacy is living with purpose. When you live with a clear sense of direction and a commitment to your values, you create a life that is aligned with something bigger than yourself. Your purpose serves as a guidepost for your decisions, helping you stay focused on what matters most. A purpose-driven life allows you to direct your energy toward meaningful goals that not only bring personal fulfillment but also benefit others. The impact of a purposeful life ripples outward, touching people in ways you may not even fully comprehend. To leave a legacy, you must also invest in others. Whether through mentorship, leadership, or simply offering your support, you have the opportunity to shape the next generation. The knowledge, wisdom, and experiences you share can have a profound impact on others' lives, helping them navigate challenges, make better decisions, and pursue their own goals with confidence. By giving of yourself to others, you create a ripple effect. Your influence extends far beyond your own lifetime, touching countless lives in ways that will continue for years to come. Building a legacy is also about creating a positive environment that supports growth, innovation, and compassion. Whether it's in your workplace, community, or family, the culture you create through your actions and attitudes influences others. A supportive, empowering environment fosters collaboration, creativity, and development, allowing those around you to thrive. When you build a legacy, you aren't just shaping your own future. You're shaping the future of everyone who encounters your work, your values, and your leadership. In order to leave a meaningful legacy, it's important to think beyond personal achievements and consider the broader impact of your actions. What kind of difference do you want to make in the world? What changes or improvements do you hope to bring about? These questions help you define your legacy in terms of service, contribution, and positive influence. Whether your legacy is one of service, innovation, education, or compassion, the key is to create something that not only benefits you, but also leaves the world better than you found it. The greatest legacies are those that leave a lasting positive impact, inspiring others to continue the work you've started. Another way to leave a lasting legacy is by practicing gratitude and humility. A true legacy is not built on arrogance or the desire for fame, but on the genuine desire to make a difference. Gratitude allows you to acknowledge the people and experiences that have helped shape your success, and humility ensures that your focus remains on the bigger picture. By maintaining a mindset of gratitude and humility, you keep the impact of your efforts grounded in love, service, and generosity. These values resonate deeply with others and inspire them to do the same. Your legacy is also a reflection of how you handle adversity. Throughout your life, you will face challenges, setbacks, and difficult moments. The way you respond to adversity is one of the most powerful ways you can shape your legacy. When you face challenges with grace, resilience, and determination, you set an example for others on how to navigate tough times. Your ability to rise above adversity shows others that success is not about avoiding difficulty, but about persevering in the face of it. Your legacy is defined not by the ease of your path, but by your ability to overcome obstacles with strength and integrity. It's important to remember that your legacy is not always defined by grand gestures or large-scale achievements. Sometimes, the most profound legacies are those that are built in small, everyday actions. It's the kindness you show to others, the support you offer in times of need, the way you uplift those around you, and the positive energy you contribute to your community. Your legacy can be found in the simple, meaningful moments that make a difference in someone else's life. Leaving a legacy also requires that you take a long-term view of your goals. While short-term success is rewarding, the greatest legacies are built over the course of a lifetime. This long-term perspective encourages you to think beyond immediate gratification and focus on what you can create that will outlast you. Every effort you put into living a life of discipline, integrity, and service is an investment in your legacy. The impact of your actions will be felt for generations to come, and the seeds you plant today will continue to grow long after you are gone. To leave a lasting legacy, it's essential to reflect on the values you want to pass down. What do you want to be remembered for? What principles and lessons do you want others to carry forward? These reflections guide you in shaping your legacy with intention, ensuring that it aligns with your deepest beliefs and desires. A legacy built on integrity, kindness, and purpose creates a lasting impact that continues to inspire and guide others. Leaving a legacy is one of the most meaningful things you can do in your life. It's about creating something that transcends your own achievements, something that continues to inspire and uplift others long after you've gone. When you live with purpose, invest in others, and create positive change, you build a legacy that leaves the world better than you found it. Through your discipline, your actions, and your commitment to growth, you can create a legacy that makes an everlasting impact, empowering others to live their best lives and carry the torch forward. Chapter 18. The Power of Reflection. Learning from your journey. Reflection is one of the most powerful tools in your personal development toolkit. In the hustle of daily life and the pursuit of your goals, it's easy to overlook the importance of stepping back and evaluating the path you've taken. Reflection allows you to look at where you've been, what you've accomplished, and what you've learned along the way. It provides an opportunity to pause, reset, and gain perspective on your journey. Without reflection, you miss the chance to understand the deeper lessons that can guide your future growth. Through reflection, you not only learn from your experiences, but also empower yourself to grow beyond your current limits. The first step in the power of reflection is creating the space and time for it. In our fast-paced world, it's easy to rush through each day, checking tasks off your list without truly taking in the process. Yet, when you set aside time for reflection, you give yourself the opportunity to slow down and process your experiences. Whether it's through journaling, meditation, or quiet introspection, creating this space allows you to connect with your inner self and understand your thoughts and emotions more deeply. The key to meaningful reflection is making it a consistent practice, not something that only happens when you're feeling lost or confused. Daily or weekly reflection can help you stay grounded and aligned with your goals. Reflection is also about examining your successes and failures with honesty. It's not just about celebrating what you did well, but also learning from your mistakes and challenges. Successful people don't view failure as something to be avoided, but as an opportunity to learn and improve. When you reflect on your setbacks, ask yourself, what went wrong? What could I have done differently? What did I learn from this experience? By reframing failure as a lesson, you begin to see obstacles not as barriers, but as stepping stones to greater success. Embracing the lessons from your failures allows you to move forward with greater wisdom and resilience. When you reflect on your journey, also take the time to recognize your growth. It's easy to get caught up in the goal of achieving something new and overlook how much you've grown along the way. Reflecting on your personal evolution, the new skills you've acquired, the obstacles you've overcome, the mindset shifts you've made, helps you see the progress you've made. This recognition not only boosts your confidence, but also motivates you to continue growing. Celebrate the small wins as much as the big ones, and acknowledge how far you've come since you began. Another powerful aspect of reflection is assessing your alignment with your values and purpose. As you evolve, it's important to check in with yourself to ensure that you're still on track with what truly matters to you. Reflection gives you the chance to ask the important questions. Am I living in alignment with my values? Does my current path reflect my true purpose? Are my actions and goals consistent with my long-term vision? This self-assessment allows you to make adjustments if necessary, ensuring that your efforts continue to serve your larger purpose. It also helps you recalibrate your goals and ensure that you are not merely chasing success for success's sake, but pursuing something deeply meaningful. Reflection can also give you clarity on what to let go of. Often, we hold on to old habits, mindsets, or relationships that no longer serve us or support our growth. Through reflection, you gain the insight needed to identify these attachments and release them. Letting go of what no longer serves you frees up space for new opportunities, new learning, and new relationships. This doesn't necessarily mean walking away from everything, but it does mean letting go of the weight that holds you back from fully embracing your future. When you let go of the things that no longer align with your growth, you allow yourself to move forward with greater ease and purpose. One of the most profound benefits of reflection is its ability to increase your self-awareness. The more you reflect, the more you understand yourself, your desires, your fears, your strengths, and your weaknesses. This self-awareness is critical for personal growth because it allows you to make conscious decisions about the direction of your life. It helps you understand why you make the choices you do, why certain things trigger emotional responses, and what motivates you to take action. The deeper your self-awareness, the more empowered you are to make decisions that align with your true self. Reflection also helps you gain perspective on your challenges and successes. Often, when we are in the thick of a struggle, it's hard to see the bigger picture. Reflection allows you to step back and view the situation from a more objective standpoint. It helps you see how your struggles are a part of a larger process, and that what may seem like a failure today may be just a stepping stone towards something bigger. Similarly, reflecting on your successes allows you to recognize the work, effort, and growth that went into them, rather than just seeing them as a result of luck or circumstance. This perspective not only helps you appreciate your journey more, but also reinforces the belief that your hard work and discipline truly matter. In addition to personal growth, reflection helps you set more intentional goals moving forward. By looking at your past experiences, you can identify patterns, uncover opportunities, and recognize areas where you can improve. This insight allows you to set smarter, more focused goals that align with where you are now and where you want to go. Reflection turns your past experiences into a valuable resource for shaping your future, allowing you to take action with greater clarity and intention. As you continue to reflect, you'll notice that the process becomes easier and more natural over time. It shifts from a forced habit to an instinctual practice that enriches every aspect of your life. The more you reflect, the more you understand the inner workings of your mind, the better you become at managing your thoughts, emotions, and behaviors. Reflection empowers you to take control of your personal growth, providing you with the insight and clarity needed to make meaningful progress on your journey. The power of reflection lies in its ability to help you learn from your past, refine your present actions, and design a future that is true to your values and purpose. It's a tool that helps you unlock the lessons within each experience, both good and bad, so you can keep evolving, growing, and becoming the best version of yourself. By embracing reflection as an essential part of your journey, you give yourself the opportunity to continuously improve, stay aligned with your goals, and create a life that is rich with meaning, purpose, and fulfillment. Throughout this book, we've explored the powerful, transformative force that discipline holds in shaping your life and unlocking your true potential. We've delved into the importance of mastering your mindset, overcoming obstacles, and building consistent habits that support long-term success. We've discussed how failures, challenges, and setbacks are not roadblocks, but essential stepping stones on the path to achieving greatness. The journey you've embarked upon in these pages is not an easy one, but it is a rewarding one. Success is not achieved in moments of motivation alone, but through the daily commitment to discipline, hard work, and resilience. Your ability to stay focused, push through discomfort, and keep learning from each experience will define not only your successes, but the person you become along the way. As you apply the principles shared in this book, remember that true success is not a destination, but an ongoing journey. The goals you set today will evolve, and new challenges will emerge. However, by mastering discipline, you empower yourself to handle any obstacle and create a life that reflects your deepest values and desires. Each day offers an opportunity to grow, to learn, and to refine your approach to life. Reaching the pinnacle of success doesn't mean you stop striving. It means you use what you've learned to elevate those around you, give back, and continue pushing forward, always striving for the next level of personal growth. You are now equipped with the mindset, strategies, and tools to face challenges with resilience, to stay committed even when motivation wanes, and to take consistent action toward achieving your goals. As you move forward, remember that the legacy you create through your discipline and effort will live on far beyond your individual achievements. It is the impact you make, the lives you touch, and the lessons you pass on to others that will define your true success. The power of discipline is not just in what you achieve for yourself, but in how you empower others to realize their own potential. So, take this knowledge, apply it with unwavering commitment, and step into the life you were always meant to live, a life of unstoppable purpose, discipline, and impact. Your journey has just begun, and with the lessons you've learned, there's no limit to what you can achieve. The world is waiting for you to embrace your full potential and make a lasting difference.